Hey, good morning, everybody. Mike here. Just having an early morning meditation on my porch. It's a little rainy. You might hear some garbage trucks or planes. Sorry for that if it gets distracting, but I wanted to just get this video out there. This video, I want to speak specifically to all the type A's out there. Raise your hand. I know I'm one of you, and I'm sure there are a lot of you out there right now, really busy. So how many of you are looking out on social media in the last week and seeing all this talk about what a great time it is for everybody to kind of slow down, quiet their lives, rest, and connect with people, and are thinking that that is just nuts, right? Also raise your hand, right? So well, I think that that is excellent advice and possibility. I think there's this group of us, we type A's, that are looking at this time with probably a lot more tension in their systems. As I was sitting out on my porch here this morning, having my tea and meditating, I was really aware of just this constancy of low-level tension in my body. And how it's really driving me to be busy this week and really try to get shit done. And that's something I've known for years. That's in me all the time, but it's feeling extremely amped up this week, and I'm imagining it is for y'all too. So in Hakomi and in other practices, there's my cat, of somatic psychology, there's this aspect of certain people, we type A's, that's known as industriousness. Now, people that are industrious, we're the people that get shit done, right? We are the creators, the innovators, the doers. And generally we're pretty valued in our culture. Now the flip is we are really poor at resting, letting things go, and even just taking in the nourishment and satisfaction of a job well done. We're usually right on to the very next thing before we can even take a minute to breathe, right? And I was having this conversation last night with a client, and we were talking about that aspect of industriousness in our respective systems and how it can really push us forward without us being aware of it. And I have found, especially in the last week or so, with self-quarantine and shelter in place and everything that's going on with coronavirus, that my industrious self has really been amped up quite a bit, and I'm imagining it is for y'all too. So the key here is to not try to defeat that part of you, right? The key here is to learn how to partner with that part of you, especially in these, more intense times, right? You got to remember who's driving the bus here. Is it you? Is it the person who is aware? You might call that your higher self if that's within, your language that you use. But it's the part of your psyche that can feel the tension, can feel that push, can feel that drive, right? You want that part of you running the show. You don't want that impulsive type A industrious part of you pushing you right now, right? You want to look at that part of you as a extremely skillful partner that you can work with to be effective, especially during these times, right? Like for me, for instance, I'm looking around at my competitors and contemporaries, both in Austin here and elsewhere, and I'm seeing a lot of posts about, well, we're shutting down our practices indefinitely and we're waiting this out. And there's this part of me that's like, man, that's nuts. Like, I got to jump in and do something here. This is an opportunity, right? And it is. So, we industrious type A's, like, we're probably out there troubleshooting, problem solving, and seeing opportunity and trying to come up with a solution for ourselves and for our families and our communities. But again, what we're not going to be good at is letting that rest. So the key here, again, is partnering with that part of you, and then also putting some boundaries on that person. You know, my advice for y'all is to give that part of yourself work hours, right? Let yourself know, okay, this is when you get to come online, and when that's done, it's done. And I'm going to take a breather, rest, feel in my body the impact of all my work and the satisfaction. You gotta own that satisfaction, and then rest, connect with your family and loved ones, and then move on with your day. I would refer you guys to my list of articles. There's one on rest and there's another one on nourishment from the summer, and then there's one recently on 5 growth challenges around acceptance. All 3 of these articles are around the challenges of this character type. So check those out. Go ahead and let your industrious self jump in the fray and get some shit done. But remember who's running the show. Let that person be your partner, not your boss. And get some rest and connection with people in the mix, okay? There's some noise in the background, forgive that. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. DM me or message here. I'd be curious to hear how things are going for you. All right, cheers all. Have a good day.